This video is on backgrounds and templates. Now, backgrounds are very simply just going to be the background of your page. You can add color, you can add images, just to add a little flair to your lesson here and there or throughout the whole entire document, whatever the case may be. Now, with those backgrounds that you use quite often, you'll want to make those into templates so that you don't have to create that background every single time you want to use it. So I'll show you how to do all that in this video. First off, we're going to learn how to add a color to our background. To get into the background menu, I'm going to right-click anywhere on the blank portion of my screen, then go down to background, and I have this little menu that pops up. So going through this really quickly, you can preview everything that you do to that background before you actually set it and say OK. I can choose to work on my current background or a background that I've chosen from before. I can either add an image or color. With my image, I have a couple different options that we'll talk about in just a second. Whatever I choose to do with my background, I can apply it to the current page or my whole document. Or let's say that I want pages 1 through 3 to have like a pink background, and then from pages 4 on, I want that to have a blue background. So that's when I would use something like the all new pages and click that, check that box. I don't use that too often though. Let's first add a color to our background. So I'm very simply just going to click on color, and I get my basic colors. I can choose a custom color I've had before, or even go back in and define custom colors. But for now, I'm just going to go in and just choose my blue color. Click OK. I can see it here in my preview box. I choose OK again, and then here I have a nice blue background for my Mimio lesson. If I want to add an image to my background, I can, again, right-click anywhere in the blank portion of my screen, go down to background, and I'm going to click on image this time. For this example, I'll just choose this little fish. I can either double-click or click and open. And you can see here that I have that little goldfish that's right up here in the top. Now, I could leave it there, but that's not really covering my background. So I have some options with my images on the mode where I want it to be on the screen. So right now it's just placed, but if I use this drop-down menu, I can stretch it. Notice over here my preview is changing. I can tile it, or I can center it. I like tiling with this goldfish. I think it looks cool. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that and choose OK. And I now have some goldfish as my background. Now, if your image is large enough, then you can just choose image, grab something like my zebra print. You can see that it's going to cover up the whole page. So there I have zebra print as my entire background. Now with something like this that I'm going to use quite often, and I love this, I love how it looks, it adds lots of flair to my lesson, I'm super excited, I want to be able to use this over and over again and not have to recreate or find the zebra print all the time. So I'm going to actually open up my gallery, and I'm going to add it into my gallery in this folder I have that's called backgrounds. So I want it to go here. I want it to go into my backgrounds. Let me scooch things over so you can see it. There we go. I want it to go into this folder in my gallery, into my background folder. So I want to make sure I click on that. And then I have a couple different options. I can right-click on the thumbnail over here. You can see it kind of turns blue. I can right-click and copy. And then right into my folder, I choose right-click and paste. And I now have that template. Or I can very simply just drag it straight from that thumbnail view into my background folder, and I'm good to go. Renaming it if you want by going down to Properties. And there you have it. Another thing that I use all the time would be like seating charts. That's something that I don't want to have to recreate the seating chart that I made over and over again. I just want to be able to change my names. So to do that, again, drag and drop it right in. And I now have that seating chart that I can use over and over again whenever I choose. To add those backgrounds in that you've already done, take it straight from that backgrounds folder and drop it right in. And there you have backgrounds and templates.